Alright, so this is the afternoon session. At my desk a little early, which is always pretty dangerous. I see a short setup on TLRY, or even a potential long setup. If it breaks that previous high of 240, I would be interested in buying, or at least watching the price action to see if it reacts bullishly or bearishly. I do think it's going to fall here through, let's see if I can get this EMA up here. Yeah, I don't know that they have it on this. I use Thinkorswim. This is the platform I use. I just keep track of all the stocks on this on another screen. But it's looking like that line is holding a support for right now. Under 234, under 233.75, I would be a little more bearish. But at these levels, it's pretty risky. Well, you're risking 240, so you're risking 600 bucks or 500 bucks if you use 100 shares. And the potential the potential profit is around $6 or $7 per share. So right now, it's a no trade. The risk to reward is not 3. If it, however, breaks above 240 and it's weak, and you can see a lot of sellers stacking up on the ask, you can see not many buyers are coming in and continuing to push it, that is a bearish confirmation. So we want to wait until those confirmations trigger so that we don't get caught at a bad entry or in a FOMO trade. We just have to make sure that every move is calculated. I know in the last video, couldn't see the profit I had made, but yeah, that's what I'm up today so far. I don't want to risk it, and gosh, I would hate to lose any of the profit that I have. So one of my rules is if I take another trade past the AM session after being profitable, I can only risk 25% of those profits in any single trade. So if I made 1,800 bucks, well, let's say 1,600 after commission, 20% of that, I can only risk $320 per trade. So if my normal share size for TLRY is 100, I'm going to go ahead and cut that by 10. You know what? I'll cut it. I'll use 25. Cut it by 4. That way I can have 4 times the margin for error that I had this morning when I made my first trade. Less risky, less reward, but also I'm here to make money. I'm not really here to, I'm just here to make money. So I don't want to risk my profit that I made earlier. I think it would be smarter to just wait. As you can see, it tested that 240 line and it doesn't really have enough juice. I'm going to take this line out of here, but that's where it needs to be. On 240. Below 240 is a short, above 240 is a long until it cracks. Like, it's not an immediate long, but it needs to hold above 240. So we want to see a couple 5-minute candles close above 240 for me to be bullish on this already monstrous run. But right now my gut is telling me to short it. And I listen to my gut usually. I'm going to go ahead and do it since my risk is very low. I'm going to wait for 237. Hopefully I can get an entry there. But it looks like 236.50 is going to be my best bet. Damn it, it was just there for a second. I hesitated. I would rather be patient and miss the play than jump in a FOMO entry. I really do think it's going to push. This is the 1 minute chart. You zoom in, still got a lot of green 1 minutes to give. So when I see a strong uptrend followed by a wick on the red candle after the strong uptrend, it's still uptrending. And shocker, we're approaching 240. It's about 2 p.m. It's the time of day for the squeeze fest. And had I just been patient a couple days ago and waited till like 2:30 or 3, I would have made an absolute killing on the downside. So my plan is to scale into 100 shares using 25 shares per. We call them bullets. You want to save your bullets for when the stock is being very strong and uptrending like it is now. Okay, so that's a bearish confirmation, but it's only a 1 minute, so it's not like the trend is very strong. It's just that the trend has just started to turn to the downside. In fact, give me 237, I'm going to go in short. Okay, so I took my first 25 at 237. I'm risking break of high of day, which is 240. So 25, well, if we do $3, because 240 minus 237 is 3. $3 divided by 25, or times 25, you get 75 bucks. But like I told you before, I'm planning on scaling my entry. So if it goes above my current entry at 237, I'll be looking to add. If it breaks 240, I'm gonna close out the position. But the closer to 240 it can get, while I can add, the better. So 238 would be the next add. But I really think it's going to break 240 here. I want to see how it reacts to 240. I was too impatient yesterday. Okay, so we're at 241, new high of day. See if this can hold. I don't think so. Okay, so I added another 25 at 240, so it looked pretty weak. There's still 4 minutes left in this candle, so it could be a pretty big push. But after that last push, I don't see it having much more juice. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and take full size right here. So now I have 100 shares at 240.77. My cut will be above 245, 245.12. I'm noticing an increasing heart rate, so I want to be wary of that and slow it down. I'm only playing the technicals, so if it goes above 245.12, I'm out. It's simple as that. I take the loss. I am risking slightly more than my morning profit, but fairly confident in this trade. And when I'm right, it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. When I'm right, it's going to pay pretty well. As you can see, 240 now at the bid. We want to see sellers hitting 240, hitting the bid. And we want to watch the ask lower. So what I noticed about this platform is it's kind of laggy. You can see I'm up right now, but it's like freaking out because there's so much price action. So that means it's tanking. That's a good sign. I'm not really sure how much I'm up. I'd have to look at my costs and then what the bid is at. It's at 237. So I'm at about 200 bucks profit. There's still 3 minutes left in this candle, the 5-minute candle, so I got 2 minutes left about. I think shorts will try to push it down to this support right around here. 230, 235-ish. So I'm going to be looking to take profit, or at least protecting profit, at 236. Oh shit. That's why. See, it can just bounce so fast, so quickly. I put my stop out there, but the price action is so crazy. Alright. I'm just going to take it right here. Took it at 237. Damn. That was a bad take. It's about to drop again. Yeah. Fuck, man. It's gonna drop to like 230. No. 236. I should have covered around there. Fuck. Plus, I left a lot of money on the table, but I'm up 2,300 bucks. I can't complain. Happy with that. Alright, so that'll do it for the PM session. That was a 4-minute session. I love those. It's all about finding the high probability setups and just waiting. Like, just be. If you're a sniper and you have 10 shots, you could take 10 shots and maybe kill them. That's cool. But like, if you want to be an elite sniper, you wait. You're a one-shot, one-kill kind of person. You wait for the wind. You wait for the perfect conditions, the perfect market conditions, price action, perfect time in sales. Just wait. Once everything lines up and you're comfortable and you have a good entry, let it ride. There's a reason why you took the shot. Like here, I should have been more patient. This stock can push to the upside, which is why I was so scared. But I guarantee you, 240 is going to act as resistance. In fact, I'll leave this running for the next 10 minutes. We'll see what happens. I guarantee you. Nothing is certain. But I'm considering taking another trade at 240 short. I won't because I'm up on the day pretty well. I know when to quit. I don't want to fuck it up. So, for those of you who stayed on this, I'll teach you what my setup was. Teach a man to fish, you can feed him for a year. Give him a meal, you can feed him for a day. Here's what happened. Here's what I saw. On the 1-minute chart, I saw a huge sell-off. I saw it get bought right back up. Like, you don't see that move every day unless you know that someone is trapped and someone else knows that they're trapped and is trapping them even harder. So it should consolidate at this range right here, which we saw, 232 to 220. We saw that consolidate. And then we saw a break to the upside. I was like, okay, maybe I could short this afternoon. I go to lunch, get some food, come back. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles in a row after an extended uptrend, after someone had bought this gigantic dip, and I thought, well, what was previous resistance this morning? 240. Where did it tank? Shocker, 240. Once it got below that, that's your bearish confirmation. You could even chase it down here. It's going to spike back up to 240, but unless it reclaims and then pushes higher, you'll have a sign to get out. But if it pushes to 240, you want to short into that strength as it pushes up. It may get to like 240, 250. But in my opinion, today is the top for TLRY. We'll see tomorrow, but this is such an overextended move. Anything is possible, so I'm not ruling anything out. But I'm going to continue to short this day after day because it's like printing it's like printing money. Don't get cocky though. Never get cocky. The market chooses to humble people when they get too cocky. And when I say the market, like market players, big fish, they watch you. You may not think they do, but where do you think they get all their good ideas from? Warren Buffett once said, Wall Street is the only place where a man will ride in his Rolls Royce and take advice from a man who takes the subway. The man who takes the subway is very careful with his money. He's going to make the absolute right decision. Oh, this is about to drop. This is going to be a death candle. If shorts can keep it below this high of this consolidation, 238, this is about to fucking drop. Oh, it makes me sick. I had a good average. It's okay. Made $500. Oh, here it comes. Fuck. I would have covered here. Too much strength. If you see it push red and not continue, you see buying, 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 not a good sign. But after this down move, I'm almost certain that this is going to test the support at 233. It's another $300 profit, and you're risking 238, risking about 220. So it's a no trade right now. But once it confirms below this level, I would get short. Or it pushes up to 240 and fails, I would get short. It pushes up to 240, pushes up to 242, fails 240, 250, drops to 240, and then falls through that easily, bearish confirmation, short it. It's just about like training your body to react. This is all information. It can only hurt you if you have a bias. So I'm short biased, and if it pushes up, I'm like, damn, I was wrong. But what a real trader does, they see that they're wrong, they flip their bias in an instant. They take size the other way. And if they know it's going to test 240, they take profit at 239.50, 239.75, whatever is comfortable for them. Okay, this is pretty much the bull's last hope. We've got another 10 minutes before. If this candle is red, the next candle is red, then it's a bull trend. This candle is green. There could be 3 more red downtrending. There could be 8 more downtrending. It's just, you have to put it into context. What's the market doing? What are all the other pot stocks doing? TLRY, CRON, IGC, CGC, NEPT, ORGIF. I've been tracking this shit like it is my job. But yeah, guys, it's looking like it's pushing to the upside. I'll leave it running. This could be a good educational recording. So if not for you, for me. There's only like 20 people who watch these videos anyways, so if you're still watching at this point, I applaud you. Like, I'm a boring ass person, but I can tell you I've learned, I've paid a lot of money to learn what I know, and it's not paying through services. I have a service, but I would say I've spent probably $15,000 or $20,000 learning these rules that I have. If you follow the rules, it's very difficult not to profit. Like, I disobeyed my rules earlier. I said I was going to size in. I had the right plan. I executed properly, but my risk, I need to work on calculating my risk before I get into a scaled trade. Because I was only planning to risk $320, and at one point I was down about 300 or 400. So the risk to reward ratio was off, which is why I thought this has more downside. But look, now it's pushing. So maybe I was correct in taking profits early, but I think 240 should act as resistance. If not, I said it could push to 240, 250, bounce off that, and come back down. But right now, I'm not shorting this shit. No way. Up 55% on the day, up like 700% on the year. My edge is in the morning. I make most of my money in the morning. $2,323. Put that in my little. Also, if you're still in this, this is what I attribute most of my success to. The daily, well, aside from Bao, Modern Rock, and Alex Timmez, this is my greatest, and Mike Bellafield. I learned from so many. If you can absorb stuff from all the people making money in the market, you're going to make money in the market. It's just a simple rule. 2,300 what? 23. So you can see I followed the rules. I chased it down a bit this morning, but with this RR, I was risking $20 to $200 on 100 shares. So I would give it another $2, $2.18, $2.20 to test for a downside potential of $180. And I was so damn close to my cover, but I saw the money. I didn't look at the chart, and I was like, I'm gonna take it. No one ever went broke taking profits. But yeah, I had this planned. I mean, it's the same plan I've had for the last 4 to 5 days. When a stock is in a parabolic mode, it usually tops in the morning. So today, we saw it top, but then it made another top in the afternoon. So today's, it's not the day. It's not going to tank today. But you can see 240 did act as resistance. I think, what the fuck? 239. So my bid and ask is messed up on this. No, it's not. 240.50. Okay, now it's updated. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Missing part. Sometimes you'll have issues with this platform, but like for the fees I pay, so minimal. And I get access to an $80,000 account, and I get to keep 75% of the profit. So it's really no brainer. But yeah, you'll have issues like this. So I'll end the recording here. feel free to check at the end of the day TLRY. It should push higher than 245, but if it tops this afternoon instead of in the morning, that will be scary for longs because they'll short it. Shorts will short it overnight, drop that price through manipulation, because not everyone can trade after hours. And in the morning, if that short holds and it spikes up to that resistance and then more shorts come in, that's the end of TLRY. Not the end of TLRY, but that's the beginning of the end of TLRY. Like Bitcoin, nothing can stay up that high forever. It comes back down. It can go back higher after it comes back down, but it needs to have these healthy retracements where the whole entire float rotates so that new people are holding at these levels. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed.